Okay, let's go straight to the Australian Open. Yes, of course, one upset already, but Stenilas Wawrinka will be in action tomorrow. Milos Raonic also will be in action tomorrow. Let's just listen to them, how they really want to perform in this particular tournament this time around. Remember, Stenilas Wawrinka won it last year.
Looking forward to be back on the court here after last year. It's gonna bring me also some memories, some great feeling, I'm sure. And again, then if you have the crowd in your side, it's always better. But for that, you also have to play good. You also have to show what you have on the court.
It's a good thing to have, but it's not easier. It's not harder. It's about going about and trying to achieve the things you want to achieve. What I do, what she does, I don't think it really affects the other person. I don't think it correlates to the other person. It's two very different tours.
Well, of course, he's actually talking about Eugenia Bouchard there. She's already in action this morning. Remember, they won last season. The two Canadians were definitely on fire. Now, talking about the Australian Open, some games decided this morning. And, of course, early hours of the morning also. Yeah. Ivanovic, she's out. Rafael Nadal, of course, making it in the first round.
Oh, yeah, I thought that was going to be a very tough one for Nadal against Hal Yuzny. But then he came out and he really meant business in that game. Straight sets for Nadal, 6-3, 6-2, 6-2. So Rafael Nadal still going on. Obviously, he's not the favorite for me in this particular tournament. Favorite has to be Novak Djokovic and Roger Federer. Okay. Andy Murray doing well as well too. Won his first game early this morning. And
the last set wasn't really convincing.
Well, yeah, it wasn't convincing, yeah, but then it's through to the second round. Yeah, that's what really matters at this stage of the competition. And for the women's, major upsets.
Yes.
Yeah.
She won the first set, lost the second and the third set. What happened to Anna Ivanovic?
I really don't know what's been happening to Ivanovic for a while now. She's not been playing really well, and I thought coming
out in the first round of the Australian Open.
Yeah, didn't see that coming
at all.
It's a shame, but she has to go and regroup
Serena Kuznetsova, we understand, okay, she hasn't really been there. She's also asked to. Those are just the major ones this morning. Much later, of course, Roger Federer is in action this morning. Maria Sharapova also in action this morning. Sport Tonight definitely will be bringing you more updates coming from the Australian Open. Okay, now, some of the matches at the weekend, some selected results coming from the weekend. We talked about Arsenal, of course, how wonderful. Okay, well, moving on to NFL, I think. Okay, we don't have much time now. Now, let's talk about Seattle Hawks, how they were able to do this. Russell, of course, firing 35-yard touchdown strike.
Oh my goodness, what a game, what a game. This is what champions are made of, the stuff of champions. That's what Seattle showed yesterday. At the point, they were down by 16 in that game against the Green Bay Packers, but they came back. Russell Wilson, we talked about him, but in that game, he was overwhelmed and he was overplayed for the better part of the game, but in overtime, he really came up with that 35-yard touchdown pass that was caught by Jermaine Kersey. So they're in the finals again now. Remember what they did last year against the Denver Broncos, where they went on to win the Super Bowl 48. This time around, they were playing against 49, but they were playing against the New England Patriots, led by Tom Brady. Tom Brady is still playing amazing football right now. They destroyed Indianapolis Colts 45-7. Like, that was a no contest. It's an opportunity for Tom Brady to actually win his fourth ring. He's won it 3 times already, now he's going for his fourth one. It will be a very explosive final. There's no doubt about it. Yes. Last year's one was an anticlimax. The Seattle Seahawks just ran through the Broncos, but this time around, expected a lot better. A lot tighter game.
Tighter game, of course. Let's just listen to Russell Wilson. Of course, he's the man who ensured that Seattle Hawks are back in Super Bowl finals again.
I've been in a lot of games, and I've played a lot of sports, and I've seen a lot of great games, and I've seen a lot of sports, and I think the resilience of our football team is unmatchable, you know, and the character of the guys that we have and the belief of the guys that we have, that's what makes the difference. Just to be back in that situation, to go back down to Arizona, to play in the Super Bowl, to go play in the Super Bowl back-to-back years, when everybody thought we were out when we were 3-3, when everybody thought we were out when we were 6-4, when everybody thought we were out in this game, you know, you just trust the experience, you trust the guys you have around you.
Yeah, trusting the guys you have around you, definitely. And of course, I believe they can do it again. We just keep our fingers crossed. February 1st, right?
February 1st. We can't wait,
We
right?
can't
We
wait
can't
for
wait.
that.
Super Bowl 49, bring it on already. Patriots versus Seahawks. Actually, the Seahawks are the first team in 10 years, defending champions in 10 years to actually make the Super Bowl again. So that shows
This is
you
another
the
historic
character
moment for them.
of that team.
They've got a character, great one. Now, talking about the real deal. Now, you were talking so much about this man.
Yeah, I've been talking about him for a
Deontay.
long time. Deontay Wilder is known as the Bronze Bomber.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently won bronze for the United States of America
Of course.
in 2008 at the
Olympics.
Games. Yeah, but now he's really stepped up now. He's the new WBC heavyweight champion of the world. He beats Bermain Steven on unanimous points and decision, and he was easily the best man on that day. A lot of doubts and questions about his record. Coming into that fight, it was 32-0, 32 knockouts. He hadn't gone past the 4th round, and a lot of people were wondering, like, is this guy a fraud, or is he really the main man? You know, all because apparently the fighters he's been fighting, there's really no big
no
name,
contest,
no
yes.
credible opponents. But he actually,
Not credible, no big opponent.
yeah,
big.
a lot of them, come on, a lot of them were no-namers and has-beens that I actually fought in his record before this main fight against Steven. But he answered all that question. He showed great boxing acumen. He showed he could last the distance. He showed he had stamina, and he boxed really well. So the question now is, can he really go on and take on Vladimir Klitschko?
That's the fight I'm expecting.
Yeah, right now, I wouldn't say so. I don't think he's ready for that fight.
Okay.
He still needs a couple more title defenses under his belt before he can take on Vladimir Klitschko. Klitschko, come on, that guy's reigned for how many years now?
You can go on and on and on. Okay,
know,
now,
so it's gonna be very tough for
before
him.
we end the show, of course, we have to talk about selected results coming across Europe. Some big games, of course. Lionel Messi scoring his 30th hat-trick of his career while against Deportivo La Colonia. Everyone felt that game was going to be really, really competitive, but it wasn't. It was all about Lionel Messi scoring the 3 goals and, of course, an own goal, making it 4-0. Of course, Real Madrid back to winning ways again for them. And another one, the game, Chelsea, of course, running it at Liberty against Swansea. That was another big game. Those big games were really some interesting games you look at, and you're wondering what is happening to football. Some games you expect maybe slim result, while others you expect, okay, wide margin, and it just doesn't happen that way.
That's why they always say football, anything can really happen. For example, nobody saw Chelsea going to Swansea to destroy them 5-0. It was supposed to be a potential banana skin, but it ended up being something very easy for Chelsea. And same goes with Arsenal as well, to going to beat Manchester City away from home. But then if you have a look at the other results in Spain, Real Madrid beating Getafe is expected. Same with Barcelona beating Deportivo La Coruña.
But not just a one-way traffic like that.
Yeah, come on.
And AC Milan losing at home to Atalanta, that's another shocker.
Yeah, that's a shock. It's not really a shocker for me.
Okay, because AC Milan, right? But come on, look at AC Milan.
Yeah, but that's just the name. That's the name right now. Yeah, right now, they're really trying to find their feet under Filippo Inzaghi. They're not doing well at all. So it's gonna take a while for them. AC Milan and Inter Milan, it's gonna take a while for them to catch up to the level of Juventus and AS Roma.
Okay, and AS Roma, of course, their game also ended 1-1. Well, that's all we have for the show. Thank you so much for being part of it. Of course, we'll leave you with pictures coming from the Abu Dhabi HSBC Championship. Well, the man who won it.
Oh my days, Martin Keimer. What
happened to him?
I don't know. As of Saturday, he had a 6-shot lead and he blew it.
I thought he was going to win it.
Yeah,
his 4th one.
Yeah, he blew it. So, what am I supposed to say? Like, better luck next time.
Definitely for him. He has won it 3 times. I think that's enough for him. Thank you so much. We'll leave you with the pictures coming from that. And after that, Business Money is up next. Bye for now.
Yeah.